Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be weaving with Caron Jumbo Ombre. The color I got is called Blush and Blue. I also got a solid Caron yarn in the color Fig. So what I'm kind of thinking is on one panel, maybe I'll do the ombre in the warp and the weft. And then another panel, I'll do the solid in the warp, ombre in the weft. You get the idea. I'm just going to try different combinations. So that's about it. Let's get it on the loom, see what happens. Well, this turned out pretty nice. This is ombre in the warp, solid in the weft. So it has a subtle striping to it, as you would expect. The other end, I did a solid in the warp, ombre in the weft. So it's a much more subtle patterning. In fact, it almost looks solid, especially from a distance, but you can see the color changes as they go across. And then I ended up doing the two middle panels the same. They're both the ombre and the warp and the weft. I like it in the warp and the weft the best, being totally honest. But you may feel differently, and that's the point of this. Each panel was the full width of my 25-inch loom, and I have to, as usual, I got to check my notes. I'm not sure what the length is, but I'll put it in the description. Twisted all the fringe, crocheted each panel together, and then did the crochet on the edges. I'm not much of a crocheter, only because it doesn't come as easily to me. I find myself always kind of struggling with it for some reason, but have to admit, I really am kind of liking how the crochet trim looks on these selvages. And I mean, if your selvages didn't turn out super great, nobody'd ever know if you did this. So this did turn out to be kind of a Franken-blanket franket, but that's okay because I'm giving it to my 8-year-old. She saw the yarn and was very excited because they're her kind of colors, so she doesn't mind. And more importantly, it gives you an idea of what the different combinations would do. So, whew, it's heavy. So yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. One thing I will admit is that it's not as soft as I would have expected it to be. when I was squishing the skein, I thought it was going to be a little more plush, a little more cozy, but it's not bad. I wouldn't hesitate to use it as a blanket, but I was just a little surprised. So I think I'm going to throw it back in the washing machine and wash it again. I'll put an update on my Ravelry page if there's any significant change. The ombre, I bought 3 of them, and I would say each one had 2 to 3 knots, which for that amount of yardage, I didn't think was too terrible. So not bad on that front. I don't remember what the solid had. Easy to weave with, not difficult at all. So all in all, I think it was a successful project. I don't know how many blankets I'm going to be making simply because, I mean, it costs a lot to buy all this yarn. So I might do some chunkier ones in a little while, but I don't have the larger sized heddles for my big loom. So that's, down the line. I'm going to get those, and then I can maybe do some chunkier blankets. So other than that, I can't think of anything else. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.